Good morning. I hope each and every one of you are doing well today. Today is a great day, and we have some interesting topics to discuss today. I'm here alongside with my brother Justin Russell, and we thought it would be a good idea for us to sit down and to kind of chat a little bit about a certain things. And I'm going to toss it over to him to talk just for a second.
Yeah, again, we appreciate you guys joining us. A lot of things going on in the world right now. Steve and I have talked, and we want to kind of talk through some stuff. We want to talk with each other, and we invite you guys in on that conversation. And hopefully we'll do some future ones as well and be able to answer and address some of your stuff. So let's just rewind. A lot of you that will see this do know who we are, but let's just make sure that you do know who we are. I'm Dr. Justin Russell, and I do work at Brewton Parker College. I'm the chair of education and behavioral sciences. I also help around the school in lots of different areas. And work with different churches, a church down in Lyons and a church here on the campus as well. And just always looking for open communications and open dialogues. Beside me is my good friend, Coach Steve Edwards. Steve, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Steve Edwards, campus pastor here at Brewton Parker, along with being the women's basketball coach. And also, we actually worship together at Faith Church here on campus. And we choose to believe that unity is a great thing. And I think the relationship I have with Dr. Russell here, it allows us to be able to speak on issues, allow us to be able to form conclusions after those conversations that allow us to be able to move forward as brothers.
Absolutely. So that's just a little bit about us. Obviously, both of us are married men.
That's right.
We have families, so shout out to our wives, shout out to our kids, because we are who we are because of them. But more importantly, we are who we are because of God, and because of His grace. And so one of the main things, why are we here this morning? Why are you and I sitting right here having a conversation?
We're sitting right here today because we wanted to discuss, one of the things we wanted to discuss was the importance of open dialogue when we're facing tough issues. There are so many issues today that I believe people want to discuss, but they decide not to because they don't want to say the wrong things, or they don't have proper representation. And what we want to do today, we want to have open and honest dialogue about some of the current events that are going on in our country today.
Yeah, exactly. We wanted to convey a safe zone, if you will. I don't think either of us would ever claim to be experts in everything. There are certainly more educated individuals in all areas. We probably say things that you guys may disagree with. And, hopefully one of the things that we can convey to you is that it's okay to disagree with somebody. At the core of it all, it's about love. It's about loving an individual enough to realize that sometimes you have to have some very open and honest dialogues. We were on the phone yesterday, and I mentioned to you that all we know is all we know until someone teaches us otherwise, right? Exactly right? And so I think somewhere along the way we sort of lost the art form, if you will, of just being able to sit down and share an opinion, and somebody say, well, I disagree and here's why, and having opportunities to influence one another, sharpen one another, if you will, without the instant, well, you disagree with me, you're not my friend anymore.
That's exactly right.
And I think one of the major things going on right now is, let's call it what it is, there's a lot of ignorance on display. I don't mind saying that. There's a lot of ignorance on display in a lot of areas. And we don't want this to necessarily be a political thing. We really don't. We don't want to bring politics into it. Some of it may bubble over into it because some of it's unavoidable. But we're going to do our best to just work through some of the things, point to some major stuff inside of God's Word, and really try to lead by example to show you guys that there may be opportunities where Steve and myself, we may disagree on something, but that's not going to change the love that we have for each other. That's rooted right there in God's Word.